Greetings, fellow subscribers. It is I, the King Monster Papa Pain, and welcome back to my Pain Domain. Now, let's talk about Disney. Okay. Guys, calm down. Guys, it's not that serious. Put the pitchforks down. Put the torches down. I mean the caffeine! Okay. Clearly, Disney is not being liked nowadays. And it's for an understandable reason. But we cannot deny that they've been around since our very childhood. In fact, they've been around since the 1930s, from Snow White to Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, even to the 2000s with The Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch, even on Disney Channel with Hannah Montana, That's So Raven. The list goes on and on. And we've always liked them. In fact, to this day, we still remember them. We still sometimes reminisce and sometimes watch them again if we are feeling bored or if we just want to have something to watch. But there is another side of Disney that people sometimes forget, which is the video game industry. And they've been around when it comes to video games since the 80s and the NES with Mickey Mouse, and moved on to the 90s with Aladdin. That's their most famous one. And in the 2000s, their most famous, most popular game that can be associated with them was released. And that is none other than Kingdom Hearts. And anyone that knows me personally knows that I love Kingdom Hearts. But there is another side to that. There is the video games that are associated with characters that are associated with Disney, but they are not made by Disney, nor are they licensed, nor are they connected to Disney in whatever way. That is, of course, the bootlegs, the counterfeits, and surprisingly, the ones that managed to get away with it. One such company that managed to get away with it, mostly because they opted to rename the titles. For example, one of their most famous one that we're going to be talking about today is, and I quote, Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys. I repeat, Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys. This was sold as a child's game, as a children's game. This was sold on shelves to children, and you might not get why I'm having a problem with that, but you will. And the problem about it, it wasn't sold at a price that even seemed reasonable one bit. Let me just give you a little financial backstory. In 2007, when it was released, it was sold for £9.99, or basically £10, which is in 2007. Ballpark estimate, that would be around $20 today. $20 for what you will see. And what's even worse, if you want to buy one on eBay or on Amazon or whatever of those online shops, if you want mint condition ones with a manual and all, they're sold for over $100. I swear to God, if someone were to give it to me for free, I would still feel ripped off. And I almost made this the title of this video. Problem is, that doesn't seem believable, but I swear it's true. In fact, I have proof that this is the game that killed my controller. It killed my controller. So let us see for ourselves. So everyone prepare for Snow White and the Seven Clever Boys.
Just a heads up, I don't have anything that is like a capture card so I can record the video, and really what I'm basically relying on is recording from my own camera from my own phone. So please excuse the guerrilla style videography, and thank you for understanding. Okay, let's start this mess. Well, I'm surprised that it's actually running well. Usually what I always hear is that the loading of the game is usually slow, but thankfully enough, it's not really having that big of a problem. At least for now. Okay, I'm just going to select the language, and, here's the first loading. Let's see how long this'll take. Right now around. All right, so it's not that long actually, and yeah, excuse me for here. There was a little problem with the controller, but yeah, that is a little ugly. And the thing is, look over here. They are not really displaying the options. They were just giving you options, but without telling you. So I believe this is just a painting or drawing or filling the spaces basically with any color. And yeah, it's basically it. That's it. That's a PS2 game. And yeah, that is a beautiful face, isn't it? Oh lord, I'm gonna be seeing that in my goddamn nightmares. Oh god. But yeah, this is pretty much simple, basic drawing. I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. Nothing else. Okay, back to the main menu, and let's see this lifesaver, I guess. Okay, that's settings. How was I supposed to know that is settings? There's nothing displaying that. So let me just leave. This octopus with a camera, I guess? Okay, I think I know what this is, because the camera kind of gave it away, and yep. Yeah, prepare for cinematic, absolute cinema over here, as the kids say. Ugh. I mean, I'll give him this. The animation looks nice, for to say the least, anyway. Okay, now we see the 7 clever boys. Uh-huh. Take it from a fat guy, just say that we're fat. It's better. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa!
That is in the game. In 2007. Sold as a children's video game. For what is $13 in comparison. I have no words. I really have no words. I mean, what can I say that can even describe this? I have no idea.
Okay, let's just move on from this, please. Uh-huh.
Then Michael, who cared for the flowers, and then the professor, who was the most intelligent, and then the 7th boy, Joseph Jr.
Cool, yeah. All the 7 clever boys. All together now. Walking through the forest. For the sake of everybody, I'm just going to skip to the interesting part. Yeah, that's one of them. I don't know what the hell they were on when they made that, and, oh boy. Prepare for this. That's the best thing about the game, the back to menu thing.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Sing your heart out.
The rest of the story goes as it is, you know, the evil queen, she hated Snow White, she was jealous. And this, look at this part of the animation. Suddenly zooming into an eye, and she's thinking about a rose or a flower with thorns around it, and pop goes Snow White, I guess, and suddenly it just turns into a tear? I don't know. I don't know. But look at this. They don't even walk through the door. They just spawn out of the ground. I have no idea. The physics, I'm not even going to make sense of the physics. Suddenly they're just dancing, I guess, with Snow White, and suddenly she just pops out of the door wearing some 1950s thing, I guess, and yeah, turn it into a fucking party. And okay, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, at least it was the blacks that are most famous with jazz. So, and yeah, now they're trying to protect Snow White by playing basketball, shooting arrows at anything, skating through the fucking trees, and skating through the fucking on the water. I don't know, running around the forest and picking up bags and keeping count of them. I don't know, but obviously it doesn't work, and she bit the apple, and apparently, look at this, the apple bleeds. I don't know. I don't know. And she's dead, and yeah, they're crying as usual. You know, their friend is, put to sleep forever. And then, from the looks of it, the Mongol horde has decided to invade the Snow White land, I guess. I mean, what else does it look like? It literally looks like a bunch of horses running. Oh, never mind. That's just a kid on the bike. Wait, don't tell me that is supposed to be Prince Charming. Oh, no. No, don't. Oh, my God!
What the fuck? I know they didn't specify the ages, but you cannot convince me that the way that they drew Snow White is significantly more grown up than any of them. And you cannot tell me that that isn't a kid, especially on how they drew him before the transformation. This is just getting worse and worse. Safe to say, Snow White is on a certain island. Very certain island.
Okay, moving on from a certain list, we get the best animation throughout this entire thing. The Liu Kang OG dancing animation. I regret nothing. This was the most beautiful thing I've ever fucking seen. And that is the end of it. Back to the main menu again, and let's see what they got now. Crocodile with puzzle pieces. I think I know what it is. The puzzle pieces, yeah, I think it's pretty much puzzle pieces. Let's look at the Snow White one. Yeah, this is as easy as you see it is. It's a simple puzzle. There's nothing really to it. Again, £10 or $13 for this.
Well done.
And that's all you're gonna get when you're finished. Nothing else.
Back to menu.
Yeah, let's just go back. Okay, now let's look at the seahorse with a... that. I forgot the name of it, actually. Okay. What are these supposed to be, clips? I have no idea, actually. Ah, it's matching cards. Again, it's not that hard. As you can see, I did it pretty quickly. It's pretty fucking simple.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. Thank you. That's it. Again, and now what else? This star rubbing its head. I have no idea. Okay, just a bunch of scenes from that animation of theirs. Let's go for the one that I like the most, which is the Liu Kang OG dancing gif. I still love it. Ah, it's one of those things. I fucking hate these things. It took a little while, as you can see. And the thing is, I would have zoomed into that little screen at the bottom so I could see what was wrong or what I had to fill. But no, there was no option to that. Again, this took a little while, but this was the moment where I was starting to face a little bit of a problem. But I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the controller. There was some delay over here and over there until suddenly this happened. The controller was beginning to die. I didn't realize that at first, but it was slowly dying, and sooner or later, it just couldn't take it anymore. I managed to for a little bit, but it was no use. Later, it just killed itself and said that is it for me.
So yeah, that is it. That's the entire fucking game. A fucking half an hour, not even half an hour, for 12 minutes. 12 minutes worth of gameplay sold for £10 or basically $13, or if we're really going to be counting Paul Parkestimate, would be around $20 today. Or if you're looking to buy it in mint condition on eBay or Amazon, you're going to be getting it for nearly $100, if not even more. This is all you're going to be getting. This was sold, still is sold on such platforms for that kind of price, with that kind of content for kids. There's nothing to say. This is definitely one of the worst games on the entirety of the PS2 library. Poor fucking Snow White, man. I mean, first is this game, and then that damn remake, the live-action version of Snow White. course not right. And again, it actually killed my controller. I cannot even make a clickbait or a good title that is clickable. Why? Because A, it's not clickbait, and B, it would not even be believable. But it actually happened. It killed itself. The controller killed itself because the game was just that bad. And just like this controller, I am done with this game. I am done. Hello everybody. If you liked today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss another video. And I do have Instagram and TikTok, and you can follow them in the links in the description. Have a great day, and bye-bye!